Good afternoon and welcome to week 2 of Crossing Borders, the new IMC streaming service. If you didn't catch last week's programs, you can now see our recordings on our YouTube channel. For all other updates on the industry and what we're doing at the IMC, please search Investment Migration Council and follow us on LinkedIn and other social channels like Twitter. Today I'm joined by Mary Cutajar, who's our Education and Training Officer. Good afternoon, Mary.
Bruno, good afternoon to you all.
So what's your job with the IMC?
Okay, I joined the IMC over a year ago now, and I'm in charge of the Certification Investment Migration course that we launched a year ago. And I basically take care of the whole process from when a student registers to when they get actually the certification.
Brilliant. So yeah, we launched the course Certification Investment Migration 12 months ago at our Geneva event, the Investment Migration Forum. What's been the feedback so far from students?
It's very positive. We have over 130 students who registered and are currently doing the course. And we have 40 students who actually graduated and are now certified by the IMC. And the general feedback I'm getting is that this course should be made mandatory for everyone working in IM.
Yeah, so for agents and
yes.
Client advisors, but also those who process applications
exactly.
in the back office
exactly.
environment. Okay, so today you're going to walk us through the learning journey, what the Certification Investment Migration is all about, and you've got about 20 minutes to do
yes.
that.
Yes.
All right, so I'll hand over to you and wish you luck with it.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, putting up my presentation. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining me here today through a different kind of channel. And given the special circumstances the world is currently facing, we at the IMC ET are adapting ourselves and want to make sure that our community is still brought together. As soon as I joined the IMC, I wanted to get to know better the industry I was about to start working in. And Bruno suggested that the best way to do so is to do the course that I was about to start taking care of. And to be honest, completing the Certification Investment Migration has brought me up to speed with what this industry is all about. I totally agree with Rolise Brooks, one of the 40+ course graduates, when I contacted her after completing the final exam. She shared some thoughts with me about the course. And she said that the use of examples and case studies were very useful and helped a lot when it came to grasping the material. In fact, I believe that the use of practical examples, different scenarios IM professionals meet with on a daily basis, something this course does not lack, is essential. It's useful for individuals who are not as familiar with IM practices, and also for experienced practitioners who are made aware of how they should react in different situations. Having staff members completing this course will therefore help you reduce risk in your firm. And why is that? It's because you are giving the necessary tools to your staff, from junior to the most senior management, to better deal with different situations and show more competency in dealing with due diligence and standards related issues. The course content includes essential core topics that IM professionals need to know. As Justina Rebecca Juhas, an IMC member and the first practitioner who completed successfully the course, said, this course includes the key learning elements that people simply are not picking up anywhere else. In fact, the 5 modules, as you can see here on the screen, that make up the Certification Investment Migration, delve deep into the different contexts that make up this industry. And having said that, the course will provide the fundamentals of the knowledge, the skills, and values needed by those working in or even just associated with the IM industry. Now I want to have a quick look to the different modules and see what the main content they treat. So the first module is the citizenship and residence by investment. This serves as a very good introduction to the industry. It's because it looks into the historical background of investment migration and helps us understand better the concepts of citizenship and residence. Therefore, we get a really good overview of the industry itself and see from where this industry originated to eventually become the way we know it today. But this module is not just about historical facts. It also brings forward arguments in favor and against the concept of CBI and RBI. So merits and criticisms surrounding this industry are deeply discussed. Let's move to module 2, which module is about ethics, conduct, and professional standards in IM. As mentioned earlier, a very strong characteristic of this course is the use of case studies. Here we do look into the concept of ethics, but more importantly, we look also at its practical applications. Yes, we do analyze the IMC code of ethics and professional conduct, but how is that applied in real life? Ultimately, this is what will really help IM professionals to conduct business in a more transparent and credible way. In this module, there is also a discussion on what role the IMC is taking on when it comes to helping the industry in getting professionalized to the promotion of industry standards, codes of conduct, and education. Justina Rebecca has also commented on this, and she stressed the importance that the IMC is the only global organization that can drive forward the standardization of the knowledge and best practices for the industry. Module 3, it's about anti-money laundering and financial crime prevention. As most of us are aware, major concerns about the IM industry is money laundering and other sorts of financial crimes. We know how central this topic is for individuals working in this industry. Therefore, this module reviews the nature of money laundering, and we look into how this happens, what are the risks involved, but more importantly, we look into how this can be prevented in our daily business activities. Let's move to module 4, which is about know your customer and customer due diligence regimes. Here we see how and why these are used. Again, importance is given to a number of case studies through which it's analyzed the role and responsibilities of IM agents in making sure that applicants for CBI and RBI programs are suitable individuals and not a threat to the granting state. And to go with that, the screening processes, risk assessments, and financial crime prevention measures are also analyzed. Therefore, we go through the whole application process to show how important it is to ensure that the applicant is who they say they are through a series of verifications. This is a crucial topic in investment migration. And the aim of having such a module in our course is that we want all practitioners who make up this industry to be aware of the importance of KYC and CDD, even though they might not work strictly on such regimes. But making sure the right applicants are granted citizenship or residence, that is key. Not only for the granting state's well-being, but also for the industry's own reputation. Module 5, which is about management and protection of personal data. Since there was a growth of technology in recent times, this has brought with it the need to establish certain rules and practices when it comes to the collection, the processing, storing, and sharing of data relating to individuals. In such an industry where we have already established the importance of knowing your customer, which means collecting the necessary data surrounding that applicant, data protection is very important. In fact, in this module, we look into its core principles in how to obtain consent from data subjects and how to process personal information, even around lawful grounds. Here, we also examine risks associated with inappropriate management of such data, and we also investigate some best practice guidelines on how to keep this data secure. As always, we identify the problem, we identify the risks, and then we provide solutions. As we had this very quick walkthrough through the different modules, I think it should be quite clear now why we believe that this course should be taken by anyone working in investment migration. Dr. Yannicka Woods, who completed the course recently and an IMC member herself, stated that this course is a highly recommended course for those who work in the investment migration sector. And Rolly's books, an undergraduate, added that it should be made mandatory. Having practitioners certified by the IMC will give more credibility, it will give more standing and reputation to the industry. Also making use of the professional designation Cert IM, which is obtained after successful completion of the certification, it will provide verifiable evidence of your competency. With this, you can prove to both your clients and governments that you know what you say you know. This is because you have the right knowledge, you have the right skills, and the right behavior when it comes to working in this industry. Having said all this, apart from having a professionalized industry, making it more transparent, trustworthy, being certified by the IMC enhances a firm's reputation and also an individual's career prospects. Nowadays, clients are seeking more and more qualified and recognized professionals who will be trusted to deal with their personal data, with their money, ultimately with their lives. Therefore, those professionals who will invest in themselves today will eventually get the business tomorrow. After having had this look at the course content, which we established is essential to any IM professional, and also what benefits one would get from completing this course, I also want to share another plus of this course, which is its structure. This is a 100% online course, which needs to be completed within 6 months. However, the actual total study time is that of between 20 to 25 hours. And this program is then assessed via a 2-hour online multiple choice test with 100 questions which need to be answered. There is no need to log in at fixed times. And there are no online lectures which you have to attend to at certain specific times. It is a very flexible learning delivery method, which once enrolled, you will receive a unique username and password, which will give you access to the online system. And there you will find all the study material you need. So you can study at your own pace, at any time, from anywhere around the world, to ultimately complete this course. Getting certified from home is key, as we are all going through these strange times where we are spending more time indoors at the moment. So we can really make use of this downtime to prepare for the near future and give a boost to our careers and knowledge. So for sure, an online course could definitely help. You get through the long days, and at the same time, you will enhance your career prospects for when we are again out there dealing with our daily routines and trying to get more business. Apart from the advantage of studying from home, we also wanted to make sure that this course keeps its students engaged. In fact, this education program is hosted on a state-of-the-art multifunctional learning management system, which we call the LMS. And I would like to show you, how this portal looks. So I will log into my account. Bear with me a second. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the interface. As soon as you log in, you have your profile over here, and you go to My Activities, where you will find the certification in investment migration. Okay. And here you will see the 5 main modules, the modules that we went through a few moments ago. As you can see, there are these 5 modules, and there's also the final assessment. The final assessment will be logged. It will only be unlocked once you complete the 5 modules. So once you go through each and every module, you do your readings, you do your studying, this will then unblock the final assessment, where you will have 2 hours and you can actually take the test. So I wanted to, if we go on module 1, for example, here you can see how this will look, right? So you have a combination of different delivery methods, which will meet people's different preferred ways of learning. In fact, here you can see that, and this is in every module, there are a series of different ways how you can study. There are videos, but there are also like an e-learning platform where you can go through some interactive exercises. There are some multiple choice questions which are you can find in each module, but you can also study, you can download, you can choose to download the material and view it in the browser or download the material, and you can actually, as you can see, study in a PDF format. I mean, this is the, let's say, the traditional way of studying, right? We'll just go through it so you'll have a quick look. Okay, so there are different ways how one can choose to study. Okay, so the general, let's say, the general feedback we're getting from people who are actually doing the course is that it manages to satisfy everyone's preferred ways of studying. So it's something which we're sort of proud of. Okay, so now I wanted to share with you, bear with me a second, please. Okay, so in this slide, what I'm showing you here is that you can access an account, a trial account, which you can have look at. So I encourage you to log into this account and go through the portal. Look at the syllabus and the learning outcomes of each and every module. So I highly encourage you to do so. Also, in our on our website, there's a video which shows as well. It's like a demo which shows the portal and some features that this course has. Finally, To conclude, after having looked at the many reasons why you should take this course, we have also just launched a limited time offer to anyone registering for this course. We're offering IMC members 25% discount, while non-members are getting a 20% discount. We strongly believe in this course. Education is the only way how we can professionalize this industry. However, we are also aware this is a time of uncertainty and people might be a bit hesitant, to invest in new things. But please do keep in mind that this time, this situation is only temporary. Life will once again be hectic, to basically sit down and study something new. So we want the IM community to get certified today. So together we can keep on working and building a stronger and a more credible industry for tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, brilliant. Can we get the camera back on?
Sure.
Stop screen sharing.
Okay, so should be.
All right. Can we see ourselves? Let's see if we can see ourselves. Let's have a look. Okay, that's really good. All right, so we found out we have some technical problems. Like many of you, we're not technicians, but we are trying to adapt like everybody else is at the moment. So thanks very much, Raylu. 5 modules and about 25 hours of learning or study time.
Yes.
What's the cost? Can you just remind us of that, please?
Yes, the actual cost is 900 euros. However, as I just mentioned, we're offering an offer. There's an offer right now. We're offering 25% discount to IMC members and 20% discount to non-members.
Okay, perfect. And to sign up, what's the process?
Very easy. You just go to our website, just fill in the form, and then you will hear from me and you can join us.
Brilliant. You're the go-to person,
yes,
of course, for anything to do with the certification investment migration.
Yes.
All right, brilliant. Thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you.
It's been really insightful.
Thanks.
So thanks very much to the audience as well for following the presentation. Join us again tomorrow at 2:30, where we'll have Dr. Chris Kalin, the chairman of Henry & Partners, a firm heavily involved in citizenship and residency by investment planning, and he'll be talking to us about enhancing the reputation of the investment migration industry during these difficult times. Remember, email us any questions or comments on info@investmentmigration.org. Thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.